Imagine living in one of the richest countries in Europe, but you're starving. The king and nobles throw endless parties in golden palaces, while you pay every single tax to the king, to the nobles, even to the church. Human rights, freedom, equality, nobody cares. And the king rules because God told him so. These explosive questions ignited one of the wildest, bloodiest, and most influential events in history, the French Revolution. Hey everyone, welcome back to Insider. Today we're diving into how France went from absolute monarchy to total chaos, storming prisons, chopping off royal heads, and a reign of terror that devoured its own children. Ready? Let's go! By the late 18th century, Europe was buzzing with the Enlightenment. Thinkers like Voltaire and Rousseau were shouting, "Use reason! Human freedom matters more than blind tradition or religion." A growing middle class, newspapers and books spread political ideas like wildfire. And right across the ocean, the American Revolution had just turned a British colony into a free republic. Inspiration was in the air. But France? Still trapped in an ancient system called the Ancien Régime, society was split into three rigid classes: the estates. First estate, Catholic clergy, tax-free and privileged. Second estate, nobles, living like kings. Third estate, everyone else, 98% of the population. Merchants, artisans, and over 20 million peasants. They paid all the taxes and had almost zero power. King Louis XVI ruled by divine right. Versailles was a non-stop party palace, while Queen Marie Antoinette, nicknamed Madame Deficit, spent fortunes on dresses and gambling. France was bankrupt, partly from helping the American Revolution, partly from endless wars with England. Debt was crushing. But guess who didn't pay taxes? The rich. Desperate, Louis appointed Finance Minister Jacques Necker, who proposed tax reform and, shockingly, published the government's finances for everyone to see. Transparency. The people loved him. The nobles hated it. In 1789, Louis called the Estates General, a national assembly, for the first time in 175 years. But here's the joke. Even though the Third Estate represented nearly the entire population, they only got one vote. Same as the clergy and nobles. Unfair? Absolutely. The Third Estate said enough, broke away, and declared themselves the National Assembly. They took the famous tennis court oath, "We won't stop until France has a new constitution." Louis panicked. He ordered the other estates to join, but secretly fired Necker and sent troops to Paris. The people exploded. On July 14th, 1789, thousands of furious Parisians, joined by sympathetic soldiers, stormed the Bastille, a hated prison and symbol of royal tyranny. That also happened to be full of weapons. The Bastille fell in hours. This day became France's national holiday. The revolution had begun. Rebellion spread like wildfire. Feudal privileges abolished. The National Assembly issued the Declaration of the Rights of Man and Citizen, a bombshell idea. Rights and freedoms are natural, universal, and government exists only to protect them. Liberty, equality, fraternity. Terrified nobles fled abroad, begging foreign kings to invade and restore order. Louis XVI stayed as a figurehead in a new constitutional monarchy, But in 1791, he tried to escape the country in disguise. He got caught. Trust in the king? Gone. The royal family was imprisoned. Louis was tried for treason, and in January 1793, the once sacred king was publicly guillotined. 1,000 years of monarchy ended with a blade. 9 months later, Marie Antoinette followed him to the guillotine. From queen of glamour to prisoner in rags. Brutal. But the revolution didn't stop there. Some leaders wanted to remake society completely. New calendar, new street names, even trying to erase religion. Factions fought viciously. The radical Jacobins, led by Maximilien Robespierre, launched the Reign of Terror. Anyone suspected of disloyalty, off with their head. Over 20,000 people were executed, including many revolutionaries themselves. France was also at war with almost every monarchy in Europe, terrified the revolution would spread. In the middle of this madness, a brilliant young general rose, Napoleon Bonaparte. In 1799, he seized power, eventually crowning himself emperor, claiming to defend revolutionary values, while building a new empire. In just 10 years, France went through 3 constitutions and 5 governments. It bounced between monarchy and rebellion for decades, until a stable republic finally emerged in 1871. The French Revolution failed to create lasting democracy right away, but its ideas changed the world forever. Human rights, equality before the law, the power of the people. We're still wrestling with those same big questions today. So, what do you think? Was the French Revolution a triumph of freedom, or a descent into madness? If you lived back then, which side would you be on? Drop a like if you enjoyed this wild ride through history. Comment your thoughts below, and subscribe for more epic stories from the past. Share this with your history-loving friends. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.